Add that number to the cars already on the world's roads, and the result can only be more and more congestion.
Since the early 1900s, when the noisy new vehicles so worried the authorities that motorists had to drive at walking pace and follow a man with a red flag, the rising popularity of the car has had a major impact on the way we live. Whatever you call them, motorways, freeways, interstate highways, autobahns, autoroutes, special roads have been built in almost every country in the world. And towns and cities have been redesigned to make it possible for drivers to come and go and stop in between.
With so many congested roads, stopping is becoming a common experience. The average speed of cars in a city like London is just 12 kilometres an hour. And 100 years ago, that's how fast you could cross central London in a horse-drawn vehicle. Not a lot of progress.
The car has made tremendous progress. Better engines, better tyres, better brakes. Car makers have been improving standards throughout the 20th century to make motoring more exciting, more comfortable and safer.
Safe for whom? Take America, with more than 200 million cars on its roads, where 50% of all households own 2 cars, where 40 million new and used cars are sold every year. Well, the numbers relating to safety are big too. In the last 10 years, as many Americans have died in road accidents as were killed in World War II, Korea and Vietnam. And it's not just an American problem. On European roads, for example, more than 250 people die or suffer serious injuries every day.
That's why Europe has introduced some of the toughest crash test standards in the world to make sure cars protect us better. And we can protect ourselves by driving more carefully.
And how do we protect ourselves against pollution? Cars pollute the air we breathe, they pollute the environment. The carbon dioxide in their gases is one of the biggest causes of global warming. Scientists say that the climate is changing more rapidly than at any other time in the world's history, and that in 100 years from now, average temperatures will have risen by 6 degrees and sea levels by 1 metre or more.
Cars are a global issue. By 2005, the total number of cars in the world is expected to rise by almost 10%. And the jobs of many millions of workers are dependent on our love of driving. And it's a continuing love affair. Just think of the benefits the car has brought us. In so many ways, it's made our lives easier. It has given us the freedom to travel at any time of day or night, to go anywhere, to take other people with us, to transport things we couldn't carry without the car.
But all those advantages disappear when you can't go anywhere, when finding somewhere to park and getting out of the car seems very attractive.
There's no point giving up. We all want to drive, and cars are being developed which will solve some of today's traffic problems. Pollution, for example. All the major car companies are developing engines that use alternative fuels, like natural gas, electricity, and hydrogen.
Things won't get any better until we all stop wanting to drive, in cities at least. Improved public transport is the answer. More efficient bus, train, and tramway services.
We're not going to get rid of cars. We're dependent on them. They're part of the way we live. We just have to learn to live with them better, to drive smaller cars, to encourage people to share cars, to ease congestion by building more roads.
A new report reveals that every £10 billion spent on new roads in Britain saves the motorist 1 minute a week. Is that cost effective?
So what are we to do? Somehow or other we need to find an acceptable place for the car in the 21st century. Otherwise we'll be back to going through life at walking pace.
Now that is an idea. This is one of the best known cities in the world, but it's a city within a city and only covers an area of about 3 square kilometres, a square mile.
This square mile in the heart of London is the original city, dating back 800 years. And although it's now only a very